everyone. I hope you're doing well and still staying safe and healthy. I know it's probably tough being stuck in your house and not being able to do much, but just know we're all in this together. We're all kind of in the same boat, stuck in our houses with not much to do, okay? But we'll get through it, and you guys are doing a great job with your lessons and completing your work. So for my video today, I just want to go over Thursday's assignment. It's a little different for us. We have a Nearpod activity. Now, some of you may be familiar with Nearpod and have completed them for other classes, which I think is great. So then our Nearpod activity for Thursday will not be difficult at all. Notice that I am already at our course page. And notice that in our announcements, we have Thursday's assignment ready to go, and information is here for you. So we will be working with nonfiction and objectivity. Notice that right here it says video will be embedded here. So when I'm done recording this current video, obviously I will embed the video in this spot. You have your link for your calendar. You have your link for your discussion as well. And notice down here that Miss King went ahead and completed a review video for you guys for Wednesday's assignments. So just like we've had review videos for the past couple days, we now have one for the development of central and main idea with Snake Island. That was the activity that you should have completed for Wednesday. Okay, so let's go back up to the top and let's click our calendar link. And it's going to bring us right to our calendar. Keep in mind that I have every single slide for this week embedded in this calendar, so let's navigate to Thursday. So here's our Thursday slide, and I have our links for each classroom ready to go. Notice that my next slide has the development of central and main ideas review video right on it as well. So this is a second area where you can have the video and review it before getting started with Thursday's activities. Okay, so for Thursday, we will be dealing with nonfiction writing and objective summaries of the text. So it says, students, today we will continue to use the passage Brazil's Snake Island, Legend Meets Science. Today's lessons will cover nonfiction writing and objectivity. The more you read a passage, the better you understand it. So be sure to review the passage and reread it as necessary so that it helps you complete your assignment for the day. Notice that I have each link right here on our page, and when I'm done with this video, I will put it here as well. So you will have information in a variety of spots. I'm going to go ahead and click on fourth period today, and it's going to bring us over to our Google Classroom. Okay, so everything is here for you. I'm just going to blow that up a little bit so it's easier to see. All right, so we start off with our learning target. I can provide an in-depth objective summary of the text. We will continue to work with our Snake Island reading passage. And then right here, I have some information about nonfiction and objective writing. By now, you should know that nonfiction writing is true writing about real people, places, things, and ideas. Nonfiction can be objective, which is strictly factual. So if you were reading maybe a science textbook or a social studies textbook and you are getting straight facts about a topic, that would be considered objective. When you read objective nonfiction, look for a topic sentence that tells the main ideas of each paragraph. That's what we dealt with yesterday, main ideas and central ideas. So we're going to continue with that skill as well. Okay, but being able to identify the main idea will definitely also help you understand everything that the author is trying to tell you. So while authors can write in objective nonfiction, some authors may write in subjective ways. Subjective writing is when an author includes factual information on a topic, but also includes his or her own opinions. So subjective nonfiction still has facts, but it includes opinions, whereas objective nonfiction just has fact-based information. So just a quick reminder, objective writing is nonfiction writing without opinions, and subjective writing is nonfiction with opinions. For today's assignment, you will navigate through a Nearpod lesson. The link is right here for you. So the link is right here. Okay, and you're just going to click on that and it's going to bring you directly to the Nearpod in which you will be working with today. It says you will click the link below and navigate through the lesson at your own pace. There are activities for you to complete within the lesson. All slides include instructional audio, so please make sure you listen to each slide. Okay, you'll just have to click the play button. It's that little arrow button in the lower left-hand corner. Here is a breakdown of each slide. Okay, so I literally have every slide broken down. I'm not going to read through each of these slides, but just know that the slides are going to discuss objective nonfiction. You will be provided examples of objective nonfiction. You will also be able to compare objective and subjective writing side by side. You will complete a little 5-question quiz. You will then watch a video about objective writing. It's embedded right into the Nearpod. You will need to reread the section Just the Facts from our Snake Island passage. It is embedded into our Nearpod, but I also suggest that you open up the passage so that you can have it side by side, okay? And then you will write your own objective summary about this section titled Just the Facts. And then just for fun, I threw in some virtual reality field trips, okay? So those might be some fun for you. Notice that I have the links down at the bottom. I also have the review of development for Central and Main Ideas right here. So this is the third spot that this specific review video is in. Okay, so let's go click on the Nearpod link. And it's going to bring you over to Nearpod. Okay, notice that it pre-populated with my name. That is what is going to happen for you. So all you have to do is click the link and it will bring you to the Nearpod session and it will already have your first and last name. Please leave that there. And you do not have to put anything in this other bar right here. You're just going to join the session. It has your first and last name. I need to know that you have completed this, and then you'll just click join the session, and then this is what it'll look like. I am not going to go through every slide on this video. You guys will go through everything together for part of your lesson tomorrow. But notice right here, this is where you will play the audio for each slide. Okay, so you might have heard that a little bit. Okay, when you're done listening and reading to a slide or reading a slide, you'll just navigate through. Make sure you read everything and you are clicking on the audio to listen, because I do read what's on the slide, but then I also offer some extra information. So here is the slide. Make sure you read it, but also make sure you listen and click the audio down at the bottom. Okay, here we go. Here's the quiz. You have to go through the quiz. You just have to determine what if the statement is subjective or objective, okay? Make sure you have an answer choice for each of them. I will be able to see your answers as you go through. Uh-oh, it's telling me that some questions are unanswered. I'm going to submit it anyways. Here is the video that you will be watching. You'll be playing a little matching game. You will reread the section Just the Facts within the passage. And then you're going to match each paragraph within Just the Facts with its objective summary. So this is paragraph 4. I think that's it. Oh, I got it right. Okay. If you don't get it right, it's going to show you red X's and then you'll have to continue matching. Okay. And then here's your open-ended question. Here's the question up here. And the prompt, you'll be writing an objective summary about this specific section, Just the Facts, okay? And then you'll keep going. And then here is your virtual reality. You could enter VR. This is really cool. So make sure you do that and just have some fun with it. It said that this was a place on Snake Island, but I don't really see any snakes. So if you guys have any questions about anything, here's another VR for you. A snake. If you guys have any questions about anything, please make sure that you email me, okay? So all of your links will be here, and I think you guys are going to do a really great job. Again, I was saying I think you guys are going to do a really great job with this. This is something different than we have been doing. So please reach out if you have any questions for me.